Hey everyone, and welcome back to our usual chat that we have about the strategies in our portfolio that have performed the best over the past period. Before we start though, as I'm sure you know by now, please leave us a like, subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so that you can stay updated on all our new videos and all our new content as well. Thank you so much.
Hi, we are the Unger Academy, and we teach traders how to make money in the markets. Our founder, Andrea Unger, had been struggling with trading for years until he developed his automated trading method, which he used to become the only 4-time world trading champion. Subscribe to our channel for free tips and tricks.
Okay, so this week I want to talk to you about the S&P 500 futures. We are in the week leading up to the release of the CPI data, which is the US inflation data, and also the release of the meeting of the US Central Bank, the Federal Reserve, on Wednesday, at which the Federal Reserve will decide whether to raise interest rates and by how much, and we'll see if it also hints at what the bank will do in the future. So the S&P 500 will be one of those instruments that will probably be affected during these releases. In the past few weeks, we've had two strategies in our portfolio that have performed pretty well on the S&P 500. One comes directly from our founder, Andrea Unger, who developed this system a few years ago. And then it was slightly modified. As you can see, for example, on days like this, the strategy really makes a very high number of trades. And as you see, the take profit is very close. Indeed, we're talking about a take profit as low as $350. So for this product, which has a big point value of $50, they're equivalent to only 7 points of monetary excursion. Well, the strategy enters both long and short in conjunction with some levels calculated from the day's opening. As in this case, for example, where the day's opening occurred, as you can see here on the left side of the screen. And starting from that level, we calculate, using the range of the current days, we calculate some levels above and below the opening, where we're going to be placing the long and the short orders. This is a counter-trend strategy, and consequently, it enters long at the level below the daily opening and enters short at the high level, as in this case, where you see this slightly higher level. Every time the market bounces off our level, the strategy enters the market and places stop and take profit orders and obviously hopes, let's say, to reach the take profit. But as you can see, there are also quite a few stop loss orders. And this is a strategy that opens many trades, especially in times of high volatility. And as you can see, these are levels to which the market certainly reacts to. So clearly it's essential to use rapid time frames in strategies like this because, well, otherwise the execution could be too fast. And then in live, we could have, for example, false signals or could even omit entries. Nevertheless, we've had this strategy in our portfolio for a few months, and I can tell you that it works. And especially this year, it's definitely helped us benefit, let's say, from this market, which recorded a significant decline in 2022, as you can see from the buy and hold chart. We're now having a sort of relief rally, but unfortunately it hasn't given any clear recovery signs. In any case, this is an excellent strategy that, if you look at the short side, it's been able to make some outstanding gains. The long equity, on the other hand, well, that struggled the most. However, it is still positive over the last 365 trading days, and the overall equity line is this. The average trade obviously can't be very high in this system. However, we do already see results without slippage here. In fact, we've already estimated a cost of $20 per trade. So, although this is certainly a low average trade, we should remember that the potential slippage and commission fees that we would pay when trading a mini S&P 500 contract, they've already been considered. Let's now turn to the next strategy, which is also quite unique. Maybe some of you have already seen this strategy in some previous videos. This is a reversal strategy that can also work in a trend-following way and enters in conjunction with round numbers. So you see, for example, in conjunction with this level, 4,000 points, a short trade was made, on different days, of course, and this trade was then closed with a take profit. Also at the lower level, at 3,950, so in increments of 50 points, this strategy can place orders and it can open short or long positions. Now let's move on to the report of the strategy. This system also has a take profit on the long side, which is relatively short. I mean, we're talking about $900 here. While on the short side, we're going to let the trade run a little bit longer because, as we know, these markets, the stock markets, when they go down, they generally collapse abruptly. Whereas when they go up, they go in upswings, if you will. So the target on the short side will be higher, $2,400. Again, we added the same rule for slippage and commissions, so we see the net results. In this case, the average trade was higher than the previous strategy, but this strategy does make fewer entries. And this has been the equity line for the last 365 days. Yeah, you can see some terrible times. I mean, a $20,000 drawdown. Now, this is a product that, as I mentioned earlier, has not been easy to trade in the last year. But here's the thing. Starting with the summer, namely June 2022, and for the next 6 months through December, this strategy has been performing very well. Again, we see that the short side is the one that has produced, for example, in this case, a handful of trades that have produced some outstanding results. In contrast, the long side is the one that made our account suffer the most in the early stages of the backtest. So guys, go and give it a try as well. Look, these strategies, they are a little bit different than the usual ones. And I do hope that you appreciate that. But if there is anyone among you who is interested in the world of systematic trading, I recommend that you go and click on the link in the description of this video. From there, you'll be able to watch a free presentation by Andrea Unger. You can go and get our best-selling book by just covering the shipping costs, or book a free consultation with a member of our team. And please, if you like the video, please leave us a like, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell to stay updated. And with that, that's it for today. And we'll see you soon in our next video. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.